Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So look, we have breaking NFL news. The Jacksonville Jaguars have just hired their next head coach, former Ohio State Buckeyes head coach, Urban Meyer. Alright, you're looking at what Urban Meyer is going to bring to this Jaguars team. I mean, right off the bat, he's going to bring a sense of leadership, a sense of accountability. I mean, this guy knows how to build a winning program. He did it at Bowling Green. He did it at Utah. He did it at Florida. He did it at Ohio State. And it just seems like wherever Urban Meyer is coaching, success seems to follow, right? Again, whether it's down in Florida, out in Utah, Ohio, he always has winning programs. He knows how to get the job done. He has the blueprint to really team building. He is a builder. That's what the Jacksonville Jaguars need as of right now. You look at that team, they have some talent. They have some young core pieces. James Robinson's nice. CJ Henderson, obviously high ceiling. Kayvon Chason, another guy with a high ceiling. Jawan Taylor's a guy who I like as well. You're looking at the Jaguars roster, they have some talent. It's not like it's completely devoid of anything hopeful at all. The Jacksonville Jaguars have multiple first-round picks. They have the first pick in every round after the first. That's huge. Okay, you're taking a look at the cap situation as well. I mean, this team, as we stand right now, number one in the league in cap space. So Urban Meyer is walking into a situation where obviously he's going to be getting paid a ton. He's in Florida, great weather. He can step in with a couple of young core pieces already, has a couple positions already figured out, but he can truly attack free agency the way he wants, build the team the way he wants, and then it's on to the draft, where not only do you have this excess of picks, you have 2 first-round picks, but you need a quarterback, and one of the greatest quarterback prospects ever to lace it up in college football, and Trevor Lawrence will be sitting there on the board with the first overall pick. Okay, so really this job is a slam dunk for Urban Meyer. Now, I will say this, I do have some concerns, like I will with all of these different candidates here. Concern number one, he's always built winning programs, right? He's won a lot. He knows how to win. He's used to winning. When Urban Meyer has lost in the past before, he does not take it well. I think the adjustment from college to the NFL is going to be huge as far as the losses are concerned. And you look at the overall competitive nature that Meyer approaches the game with, practices with. I mean, literally the word competitive is an understatement when you're talking about Urban Meyer. And in one sense, that's what gets people excited. That's what gets players to buy in. I want to play for Urban Meyer because he's so dedicated to winning. That's why people want to coach for Meyer. That's why every single coach under Meyer has so much success, because Meyer knows how to get the job done. His work ethic is absolutely incredible. The reason it's a concern is because he's almost too competitive to a certain degree. I get that it's an awesome trait and whatnot, and you want that in a head coach and a leader of a face of the franchise for sure, but he's almost too competitive. He's literally stepped down from jobs before because of the stress, because of health concerns. I mean, this is a guy who battles with anxiety, something that's incredibly serious. Something that needs to be taken more serious just in the world that we live in today. So I want Meyer to succeed. I mean, this is a guy who absolutely dominated the college football landscape. I want him to come to the pros and see, and it's funny, I used to root against Meyer back when he was at UF. Being from Florida, I just never liked the Gators, but now it's weird, kind of how life works, because now we're seeing Meyer in this new endeavor with the NFL and the Jacksonville Jaguars, an expansion franchise. I want Meyer to succeed. Like I'm really rooting for him. They have so much going for them with young players, with draft picks, with the cap space and everything like that. A division that's wide open as well. It's not like you're going to be fighting this uphill battle against the Chiefs every year. It's not like Peyton Manning is still in the league and the Colts are the titan of that division. No pun intended here, but I'm rooting for Meyer. I want him to succeed. I can't wait to see how everything kind of plays out with this Jacksonville team. But how Urban Meyer handles these losses is definitely going to be something to keep your eye on moving forward. So my second concern with Meyer is that he was such a good recruiter. Right, at Ohio State and Florida. I mean, those schools, when he was there, were considered, NFL factories. Guys came in, they bought in, they produced, and then they got drafted. That's pretty much what happened. If you're going to Ohio State, if you're a starting caliber guy, you're going to get an NFL look. Urban Meyer did a lot of great things in the recruiting realm. He was such a good recruiter that those Ohio State teams were so much better than from every other team that they played, especially in the Big Ten. Now, of course, you're going to have a couple of games like against Clemson in the playoffs or, Alabama and whatnot, where the teams stack up pretty equally. But from a week-to-week basis in the Big Ten, it's easy to game plan throughout the week when your squad is filled with 4 and 5 star guys all over the field, when my players are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, they're more talented, they're better at the point of attack, and we have a great coaching staff in place. We feel pretty confident against the the lower tier teams in the Big Ten. That's not going to be the case with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, it's a much more level playing field. You look at the Chiefs. If the Chiefs played the Jaguars, it wouldn't be 70-6 like a college score. It would be more competitive, right? So at the end of the day, I think it's not so much of a demerit on Meyer himself, but I think when it comes to actually game planning throughout the week, we're going to have to come up with ways. We're going to have to come up with ways to attack other teams. We can't rely on our 5-star guys to just outplay, outmuscle, and really just run past the defenders, right? And we can't bet on that. This time around, we need to implement a really good game plan. But all in all, I love the Meyer hire. I think it's gonna be super fun to watch, just from a fan's perspective and outsiders fans perspective. I'm totally excited for it. I want Meyer to succeed. It's gonna be a fun ride with Trevor Lawrence and the cap space. It's gonna be a lot of fun to kind of keep tabs on this Jacksonville Jaguars team. Quick shout out to my good buddy UCF Jaguar. I know he's pumped up about the news with Meyer. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.